Okay. So what we're showing here is Coaster Creator 3D. It's a pre-alpha build at this point in place. This is our sketch and edit screen. It shows the rise of the roller coaster here, or the lifter, and we simply sketch out the path we want the coaster to follow. Bring it back to the finish. Click done. Our first person camera is right up in the top screen. We have playback controls down here. I'll just hit play. And now we're riding the roller coaster. This particular style is an inverted roller coaster, so we're suspended now below the roller coaster with our legs dangling below. We can move the camera and see the bars that are securing us. We can turn our head a little bit, look behind us, to the side of us. We can change the camera to a third-person viewpoint, so now you can actually see the car itself. You can also rotate around that, look at it from different angles. And we have a follow cam, which is from basically the center of the amusement park. The track editing is done real time, so we can rotate the track to a side view now. Begin to add a little more height to the track, make it a little more interesting. We use a brush system that allows us to make either very fine changes or a bit more coarse. We have a real-time display of the speed of the roller coaster, how long the roller coaster is, and what your G-forces are, which we're going to use in the avatar system, so you'll actually see the expressions of the characters in the car change. They'll either become frightened or excited or sad, whatever is appropriate. We have the ability to make changes to the coaster itself. We can go in, choose a different style coaster. So for example, we can choose a wooden coaster. We can go in and change the color of the track itself. We can change the color of the support structures. And then we can go in and change the cart itself, the color of the support, the color of the seats, red. And then we can go back in and ride our coaster. Now you can see we're on top of the track, and if you look, this is the old-fashioned wooden coaster style cars. These cars will be populated by your me character, as well as some companion characters which will be proprietary to the game. We have animated structures, including waterfalls, volcanoes, airplanes sailing over, blimps, all kinds of activities going on at the same time. We'll use a system to be able to import tracks from the camera using QR codes, which will be pretty exciting. There'll be a career mode, which will take you through the beginning from a small amusement park all the way to a thrill-seeking adventure park. And we'll also have an arcade mode, which will be more of an sort of a Sonic the Hedgehog style, using stars to reach out and touch them as you go along the track and collect points. So all in all, it should be a very exciting screen, and I think it would be a game that anybody with the 3DS will want, just to enjoy the 3D perspective that the game offers.
And the arcade mode, that will be...
That will use the accelerometer in the device to be able to control and tilt your body one side or the other.
And you also mentioned a voice recording?
Yes, yeah, so you should do the demo. It's great. We're also going to be able to record your own screams, your own comments during the roller coaster, and then play them back. So we're hoping that kids will have a lot of fun by being able to outdo each other on their screams in the proper parts of the track, and then share that with their friends. We're also talking about putting in a camera that will photograph the characters as they're going through a certain point in the ride, just like you do in an amusement park, where you get a Polaroid of yourself at the bottom of a plunge. We have a lot of neat ideas. The park will be able to be populated with different objects. You'll be able to use snack bars, other types of rides, give people a queuing line to wait in, different things to kind of have something fun to watch while you're going around the park itself. There will be other types of terrain terrain. There'll be a desert terrain as well as this tropical terrain. And we're still playing with some other ideas, but there's going to be a couple other bases. We're also going to be able to we want to be able to go underground or through, to make tunnels. So one of my concepts from the very beginning was that we want people to be able to recreate their favorite roller coaster. So while it's still a lot of fun and has a good Nintendo feel to it, we also want to make sure that people can kind of relive their favorite roller coaster at an amusement park.
And I guess you also have a parts library, so you can add corkscrews.
Right, exactly. So the sketching is easy and quick, but if you want to get more sophisticated, there'll be a parts library on the side, which will allow you to add more sophisticated parts like a triple corkscrew or some kind of a launch that's a jet launch, or anything else that we might want to add, make it more interesting. So it really should again be able to recreate what most people have experienced and beyond.
And can you talk a bit about the story mode?
The story mode will be basically a career that you just taken a job as a roller coaster engineer, designer. You start with a small family-run park, which wants you to create a kids ride. So there'll be challenges. Each mission basically will have different accomplishments you have to do, like attain a certain speed or a certain G-force, or keep it within a certain constraint. For example, in the kids park, a certain size. So as you're doing that, each coaster will become more and more sophisticated, so it also acts as a bit of a tutorial through the game. So by the time you do get to the full on roller coaster, you're going to be familiar with how to use the parts editor, how to customize the track and the colors, create a theme to your ride, attract enough riders to make it a successful venture.